Ma reggel korábban keltem fel.
I got up earlier this morning. I got up earlier this morning.
Szereted a társas játékokat?
Do you like board games? Do you like board games?
Már 10 éve ismeri Alexist.
She has known Alexis for 10 years. She has known Alexis for 10 years.
Könnyebb motivált diákokat tanítani.
It's easier to teach motivated students. It's easier to teach motivated students.
A következő kisállatom egy nyúl lesz.
My next pet will be a rabbit. My next pet will be a rabbit.
Az aszalt szilva tele van vitaminokkal.
Prunes are full of vitamins. Prunes are full of vitamins.
Ha fogysz, logikus új ruhákat venni.
If you lose weight, it is logical to buy new clothes. If you lose weight, it is logical to buy new clothes.
Ma este nem kellene moziba mennünk.
We shouldn't go to the movies tonight. We shouldn't go to the movies tonight.
Tegnap éjszaka borzalmas rémálmom volt.
I had a terrible nightmare last night. I had a terrible nightmare last night.
A divat gyorsan változik.
Fashion changes quickly. Fashion changes quickly.
Hetente 3-szor.
3 times a week. 3 times a week.
Amikor az autóm lerobban, mindig az autószerelőt hívom fel.
When my car breaks down, I always call the mechanic. When my car breaks down, I always call the mechanic.
Remélem, jól vagy.
I hope you are well. I hope you are well.
Az új japán étterem egy nagyszerű hely.
The new Japanese restaurant is a great place. The new Japanese restaurant is a great place.
Szeretnél még bármi mást?
Would you like anything else? Would you like anything else?
Az egyik vizsgáztató.
One of the examiners. One of the examiners.
A libamáj pirítóson egy kiváló előétel.
Goose liver on toast is an excellent appetizer. Goose liver on toast is an excellent appetizer.
Evelyn egy sikeres építész.
Evelyn is a successful architect. Evelyn is a successful architect.
Az utcánk nagyon csendes.
Our street is very quiet. Our street is very quiet.
Miért nézel rám?
Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me?
Biztos vagyok benne, hogy visszajönnek.
I'm sure they will come back. I'm sure they will come back.
Russell éppen most semmit nem csinál.
Russell is doing nothing right now. Russell is doing nothing right now.
Minden hónapban el tudnék képzelni egy nyaralást.
I could imagine a holiday every month. I could imagine a holiday every month.
Natalie tényleg terhes?
Is Natalie really pregnant? Is Natalie really pregnant?
Hirtelen leestem a hintáról.
Suddenly, I fell off the swing. Suddenly, I fell off the swing.
Az aggódó apa hívta a mentőt.
The worried father called the ambulance. The worried father called the ambulance.
Épp most készítettem el a zöld turmixodat.
I have just prepared your green smoothie. I have just prepared your green smoothie.
Roy a legerősebb fiú az osztályunkban.
Roy is the strongest boy in our class. Roy is the strongest boy in our class.
-9 °C van kint.
It's -9 degrees Celsius outside. It's -9 degrees Celsius outside.
Bevettem egy aspirint, mert rázott a hideg.
I took an aspirin because I was shivering. I took an aspirin because I was shivering.
Az orvos adott egy receptet.
The doctor gave me a prescription. The doctor gave me a prescription.
Általában ideges vagyok a repülőút alatt.
I am usually nervous during a flight. I am usually nervous during a flight.
Norvég látogatók egy csoportja.
A group of Norwegian visitors. A group of Norwegian visitors.
A britek nem szeretik a személyes kérdéseket.
The British don't like personal questions. The British don't like personal questions.
A férfiak gyakran elrejtik az érzelmeiket.
Men often hide their emotions. Men often hide their emotions.
Melyik filmet akarod megnézni?
Which film do you want to watch? Which film do you want to watch?
Minden bolt zárva van a hétvégén.
All the shops are closed at the weekend. All the shops are closed at the weekend.
A keresztlányunk óvónő.
Our goddaughter is a kindergarten teacher. Our goddaughter is a kindergarten teacher.
Barátságosak voltak.
Were they friendly? Were they friendly?
Megkaptad a levelemet?
Did you get my letter? Did you get my letter?
Jobban szeretem a szűk nadrágokat.
I prefer tight trousers. I prefer tight trousers.
Milyen az iskolád?
What is your school like? What is your school like?
Az osztrákok vendégszeretőek.
Austrians are hospitable. Austrians are hospitable.
5 évvel ezelőtt ellátogattam a Grand Canyonhoz.
I visited the Grand Canyon 5 years ago. I visited the Grand Canyon 5 years ago.
Van néhány veréb a pavilonjukban.
There are some sparrows in their gazebo. There are some sparrows in their gazebo.
A kutyák hűséges állatok.
Dogs are loyal animals. Dogs are loyal animals.
Kidobjuk a régi bútorokat.
We are going to throw out the old furniture. We are going to throw out the old furniture.
Beverlynek 38 pár cipője van.
Beverly has 38 pairs of shoes. Beverly has 38 pairs of shoes.
Szerintem a vörös macskák a legaranyosabbak.
I think red cats are the cutest. I think red cats are the cutest.
Az érettségi bizonyítványát júniusban kapta meg.
She got her high school diploma in June. She got her high school diploma in June.
Kevin egy okos kisfiú.
Kevin is a smart little boy. Kevin is a smart little boy.
Szombaton a másodikosok osztálykirándulásra mennek.
The second graders are going on a school trip on Saturday. The second graders are going on a school trip on Saturday.
John sokat keres polgármesterként.
John earns a lot as a mayor. John earns a lot as a mayor.
Mindig a legegészségesebb gyümölcsöket választjuk ki a zöldségesnél.
We always select the healthiest fruits at the greengrocers. We always select the healthiest fruits at the greengrocers.
Ellen nem beszélt Joe-val 2017 óta.
Alan hasn't talked to Joe since 2017. Alan hasn't talked to Joe since 2017.
Tudsz javítani elektromos eszközöket?
Can you fix electrical devices? Can you fix electrical devices?
Nem akar nekünk segíteni.
He doesn't want to help us. He doesn't want to help us.
A juhok követik a német juhászkutyát.
The sheep are following the German shepherd. The sheep are following the German shepherd.
Mindent kinyomtattam.
I printed everything. I printed everything.
Majdnem elfelejtettek jelentkezni.
They nearly forgot to register. They nearly forgot to register.
A hátsó kertben találtuk meg a lapátot.
We found the shovel in the backyard. We found the shovel in the backyard.
Az egér elvitte valahová a sajtot.
The mouse took the cheese somewhere. The mouse took the cheese somewhere.
Ritkán hallok róla történeteket.
I rarely hear stories about him. I rarely hear stories about him.
Hiszek a csodákban.
I believe in miracles. I believe in miracles.
Mit gondolsz?
What do you think? What do you think?
Gyere be!
Come inside. Come inside.
Jól aludtam.
I slept well. I slept well.
Az inged jobban néz ki, ha felhajtod az ujját.
Your shirt looks better if you roll up your sleeves. Your shirt looks better if you roll up your sleeves.
Az elemek, amiket adtál nekem.
The batteries that you gave me. The batteries that you gave me.
A zenekar jazz zenét játszik.
The orchestra is playing jazz music. The orchestra is playing jazz music.
2 havonta.
Every other month. Every other month.
Nos, én nem vagyok biztos benne.
Well, I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure.
Csak akkor előzök meg egy autót, ha sietek.
I only overtake a car when I am in a hurry. I only overtake a car when I am in a hurry.
Az apukám pár hete ment nyugdíjba.
My father retired a few weeks ago. My father retired a few weeks ago.
A férjem karrierje most fontosabb.
My husband's career is more important now. My husband's career is more important now.
Lenyűgöznek Thomas Kincaid festményei.
I am amazed by Thomas Kincaid's paintings. I am amazed by Thomas Kincaid's paintings.
Minden egyes gránátalma.
Each pomegranate. Each pomegranate.
Hannah még nem szedte le a ribizlit.
Hannah hasn't picked the red currants yet. Hannah hasn't picked the red currants yet.
A Tiffany lámpák olyan stílusosak és elegánsak.
Tiffany lamps are so stylish and elegant. Tiffany lamps are so stylish and elegant.
Nem hagyhatod a tejet a napon.
You can't leave the milk in the sun. You can't leave the milk in the sun.
Az életünk Kanadában nem unalmas.
Our life in Canada isn't boring. Our life in Canada isn't boring.
Milyen gyorsan vezetett Luke?
How fast was Luke driving? How fast was Luke driving?
A mellényed a ruhásszekrényben van.
Is your vest in the wardrobe? Is your vest in the wardrobe?
A mexikói barátaink néha küldenek nekünk édességeket.
Our Mexican friends sometimes send us sweets. Our Mexican friends sometimes send us sweets.
Nagyon magányos vagy esténként.
Are you very lonely in the evenings? Are you very lonely in the evenings?
A tornádók nem gyakoriak Európában.
Tornadoes are not common in Europe. Tornadoes are not common in Europe.
Az embereknek manapság nincs sok idejük.
People don't have much time nowadays. People don't have much time nowadays.
A lila és az ibolyaszín hasonló színek.
Purple and violet are similar colors. Purple and violet are similar colors.
Egy hússaláta kevesebb, mint 1000 kalóriát tartalmaz.
A meat salad has less than 1,000 calories. A meat salad has less than 1,000 calories.
Legalább egyszer.
At least once. At least once.
Levágtam a hajamat, amikor 3 éves voltam.
I cut my hair when I was 3 years old. I cut my hair when I was 3 years old.
Egy matcha teát kérek cukor nélkül.
I want a matcha tea without sugar. I want a matcha tea without sugar.
Tegnap előtt nem működött az MP3 lejátszója.
His MP3 player didn't work the day before yesterday. His MP3 player didn't work the day before yesterday.
A férfiaknak általában mély hangjuk van.
Men usually have a deep voice. Men usually have a deep voice.
Nem tudtak tovább maradni.
They couldn't stay longer. They couldn't stay longer.
Túl sokat ettem.
I have eaten too much. I have eaten too much.
A tengerpartok a nyári időszakban zsúfoltak.
The beaches are crowded in the summertime. The beaches are crowded in the summertime.
Dennis íráskészsége rosszabb, mint az öccséé.
Dennis's writing skills are worse than his younger brother's. Dennis's writing skills are worse than his younger brother's.
Lehetetlen átkelni ezen a folyón.
It's impossible to cross this river. It's impossible to cross this river.
Van szerencse száma.
Does he have a lucky number? Does he have a lucky number?
Jól nézel ki a katonai egyenruhádban.
You look good in your military uniform. You look good in your military uniform.
Megértettem, amit mondott.
I understood what she said. I understood what she said.
Olyan, mintha tavasz lenne.
It feels like spring. It feels like spring.
Azok a pólók eléggé nagyok.
Those t-shirts are quite large. Those t-shirts are quite large.
A legintelligensebb üzletember.
The most intelligent businessman. The most intelligent businessman.
Igaza van.
He is right. He is right.
Azt tudom.
I know that. I know that.
Roger arab tudása alapszintű.
Roger's Arabic knowledge is basic level. Roger's Arabic knowledge is basic level.
Nagyon jól táncolnak.
They dance very well. They dance very well.
Nem fogja feladni az álmait.
She isn't going to give up her dreams. She isn't going to give up her dreams.
Miattad.
Because of you. Because of you.
Te Tetszik neked az a szürke bársony öltöny?
Do you like that gray velvet suit? Do you like that gray velvet suit?
A rendőr nagyon erőszakos volt velem.
The police officer was very violent with me. The police officer was very violent with me.
Még mindig termesztesz zöldségeket?
Are you still growing vegetables? Are you still growing vegetables?
A tiramisút laktózmentes babapiskótából készítjük.
We make tiramisu from lactose-free ladyfingers. We make tiramisu from lactose-free ladyfingers.
Tizennyolc éve nem láttuk őket.
We haven't seen them for 18 years. We haven't seen them for 18 years.
A gyerekek esténként mindig elteszik a játékaikat.
The children always put their toys away in the evening. The children always put their toys away in the evening.
Mit tartasz az üvegben?
What do you store in the bottle? What do you store in the bottle?
A sóbarlangok hasznosak az asztmás betegeknek.
Salt caves are useful for asthmatic patients. Salt caves are useful for asthmatic patients.
Az idős embereknek gyakrabban kellene sétálniuk.
Elderly people should walk more often. Elderly people should walk more often.
A betörő csendben ment be a házba.
The burglar went into the house quietly. The burglar went into the house quietly.
Innen a városházáig.
From here to the town hall. From here to the town hall.
Lincoln nagyon jóképű vőlegény volt.
Lincoln was a very good-looking bridegroom. Lincoln was a very good-looking bridegroom.
Mit tanultál az Eiffel-toronyról?
What did you learn about the Eiffel Tower? What did you learn about the Eiffel Tower?
Túl későn értem haza.
I got home too late. I got home too late.
El tudnék tölteni egy évet ezen a csodálatos szigeten.
I could spend a year on this wonderful island. I could spend a year on this wonderful island.
Gregory 3 hónap alatt tanult megvezetni.
Gregory learned to drive in 3 months. Gregory learned to drive in 3 months.
Valamikor májusban.
Sometime in May. Sometime in May.
Péntek délutánonként a nagypapám golfozik.
My grandpa plays golf on Friday afternoons. My grandpa plays golf on Friday afternoons.
Elveszítettem a személyi igazolványomat.
I have lost my ID card. I have lost my ID card.
Senki nem olyan őszinte, mint te.
Nobody is as honest as you. Nobody is as honest as you.
Volt ma Carrie-vel egy megbeszélésem.
I had a meeting with Carrie today. I had a meeting with Carrie today.
Beszélgessünk a terveidről.
Let's talk about your plans. Let's talk about your plans.
Néha teszek mogyorókrémet a kakaómba.
I sometimes put hazelnut cream in my cocoa. I sometimes put hazelnut cream in my cocoa.
Gyere ide!
Come here. Come here.
Nagyon tetszik a blogja.
I love her blog. I love her blog.
A távoli rokonaink Filadelfiából.
Our distant relatives from Philadelphia. Our distant relatives from Philadelphia.
Miután beszéltünk egymással.
After we spoke with each other. After we spoke with each other.
Ez nem olyan egyszerű.
It's not so simple. It's not so simple.
Mi van az iskolatáskájában?
What is in his school bag? What is in his school bag?
Terry gyenge, de jobban érzi magát.
Terry is weak, but he is feeling better. Terry is weak, but he is feeling better.
Tonhal salátát vacsoráztunk.
We had tuna salad for dinner. We had tuna salad for dinner.
Ki tudsz találni egy új szabadtéri játékot?
Can you come up with a new outdoor game? Can you come up with a new outdoor game?
Amikor először találkoztam vele.
When I first met him. When I first met him.
A 2 éves Daniela még soha nem aludt egyedül.
The 2-year-old Daniela has never slept alone. The 2-year-old Daniela has never slept alone.
Hogyan találtad meg a kávézót?
How did you find the cafe? How did you find the cafe?
Ugyanabban az utcában lakunk.
We live in the same street. We live in the same street.
Végül megnyerték a versenyt.
They finally won the race. They finally won the race.
Régen házasodtak össze.
They got married a long time ago. They got married a long time ago.
Megittam a jeges teádat, mert szomjas voltam.
I drank your iced tea because I was thirsty. I drank your iced tea because I was thirsty.
Mikor tudsz minket újra meglátogatni?
When can you visit us again? When can you visit us again?
Én is.
Me too. Me too.
Fél, de nem akarja feladni.
She is scared, but she doesn't want to give up. She is scared, but she doesn't want to give up.
Barbara szívét, lelkét beleadja a munkájába.
Barbara puts her heart and soul in her job. Barbara puts her heart and soul in her job.
A póráz az étkező asztalon van.
The leash is on the dining table. The leash is on the dining table.
Komoly a kapcsolatuk.
Their relationship is serious. Their relationship is serious.
Nem rossz ötlet.
It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
Nem sokára visszahozom a kulcsodat.
I will bring your key back soon. I will bring your key back soon.
A nagymamám olyan önzetlen.
My grandma is so unselfish. My grandma is so unselfish.
Ez a legrosszabb palacsinta.
This is the worst pancake. This is the worst pancake.
A Walton család örökbe fogadott egy édes kislányt.
The Waltons adopted a sweet little girl. The Waltons adopted a sweet little girl.
A kürtös kalács egy magyar különlegesség.
Chimney cake is a Hungarian specialty. Chimney cake is a Hungarian specialty.
Pozitív változásra van szükségünk.
We need a positive change. We need a positive change.
Nem kellene negatív dolgokat mondanod.
You shouldn't say negative things. You shouldn't say negative things.
A féltestvérem leült a kanapéra.
My half-brother sat down on the couch. My half-brother sat down on the couch.
Ő a leendő feleségem.
This is my future wife. This is my future wife.
Loren új szekrénysora sötétbarna.
Lauren's new wall unit is dark brown. Lauren's new wall unit is dark brown.
Mindig bérelnek egy autót a repülőtéren.
They always rent a car at the airport. They always rent a car at the airport.
A barátnőm Prágában szerkesztő.
My girlfriend is an editor in Prague. My girlfriend is an editor in Prague.
New York egy óriási világváros.
New York is a huge metropolis. New York is a huge metropolis.
Nem tudnánk áram nélkül élni.
We couldn't live without electricity. We couldn't live without electricity.
A távolság Ausztrália és Ázsia között.
The distance between Australia and Asia. The distance between Australia and Asia.
Megmelegítenéd kérlek az ebédemet?
Would you heat my lunch, please? Would you heat my lunch, please?
Szórd meg a makarónidat parmezán sajttal.
Sprinkle your macaroni with Parmesan. Sprinkle your macaroni with Parmesan.
Debra szülei dühösek voltak.
Deborah's parents were furious. Deborah's parents were furious.
Összekapcsoltam a számítógépemet az egérrel.
I have connected my computer to the mouse. I have connected my computer to the mouse.
Gyakran eszel mandulás süteményt?
Do you often eat almond cookies? Do you often eat almond cookies?
Mi ez a rendetlenség itt?
What is this mess here? What is this mess here?
Szükségem van egy kis pihenésre.
I needed some rest. I needed some rest.
Nincs olyan nagy hőség az árnyékban.
It's not so hot in the shade. It's not so hot in the shade.
Ha akarod, megihatod a karamellás teljes kávémat.
If you want, you can drink my caramel latte. If you want, you can drink my caramel latte.
A büntetés csak 25 font volt.
The fine was only 25 pounds. The fine was only 25 pounds.
Már 4 éve nem használtam ezeket a befőttes üvegeket.
I haven't used these mason jars for 4 years. I haven't used these mason jars for 4 years.
Ez a kép elég homályos.
This photo is rather blurred. This photo is rather blurred.
Még nem vagyunk készen.
We aren't ready yet. We aren't ready yet.
A taxidíjak mindenütt magasak.
Taxi fares are high everywhere. Taxi fares are high everywhere.
A legtöbb nő imádja az orchideát.
Most women adore orchids. Most women adore orchids.
Mindkét autó biztonságos.
Both cars are safe. Both cars are safe.
Számíthatok rád?
Can I count on you? Can I count on you?
Mindig is szerettem a levendulát.
I have always loved lavenders. I have always loved lavenders.
2 nap múlva repülünk haza Londonból.
We are flying home from London in 2 days. We are flying home from London in 2 days.
A tenger nincs innen messze.
The sea is not far from here. The sea is not far from here.
Bárki ellátogathat a parlamentbe.
Anybody can visit the parliament. Anybody can visit the parliament.
Az orvosok nem tudnak minden betegséget meggyógyítani.
Doctors can't cure every illness. Doctors can't cure every illness.
Láttad valaha a fehér házat?
Have you ever seen the White House? Have you ever seen the White House?
Takarítottam, amíg Dóra aludt.
I was cleaning while Dora was sleeping. I was cleaning while Dora was sleeping.
Keményebben kellene dolgoznod.
You should work harder. You should work harder.
Ha itt maradunk, lekéssük a vonatot.
If we stay here, we will miss the train. If we stay here, we will miss the train.
A húsvéti sonkát keresed?
Are you looking for the Easter ham? Are you looking for the Easter ham?
Én is szeretem az esőt.
I like rain too. I like rain too.
Ki az a szakállas férfi?
Who is that bearded man? Who is that bearded man?
Minden nap elmegy oda.
He goes there every day. He goes there every day.
Billy anyukája adott nekünk egy kis pénzt.
Billy's mom gave us some money. Billy's mom gave us some money.
A gyerekek 4 órakor nem olvastak.
The children weren't reading at 4 o'clock. The children weren't reading at 4 o'clock.
Jane és Ricardo tegnap este visszajöttek.
Jane and Ricardo came back last night. Jane and Ricardo came back last night.
A ragasztó a dobozban van.
The glue is in the box. The glue is in the box.
Egy hétig feküdt kórházban.
She lay in hospital for a week. She lay in hospital for a week.
A fiúk nevettek a viccen.
The boys were laughing at the joke. The boys were laughing at the joke.
Lily és Abraham szeretik egymást.
Lily and Abraham love each other. Lily and Abraham love each other.
Ma válaszolnom kell ezekre a levelekre.
I have to answer these letters today. I have to answer these letters today.
Élvezzük a hosszú sétákat.
We enjoy long walks. We enjoy long walks.
Meg tudod mutatni nekik a karórádat?
Can you show them your watch? Can you show them your watch?
Sandra 8-tól 11-ig tanított.
Sandra was teaching from 8 to 11. Sandra was teaching from 8 to 11.
A főnökünk még mindig az irodában van.
Our boss is still in the office. Our boss is still in the office.
Donaldnak kevesebb barátja van, mint Adriennek.
Donald has fewer friends than Adrian. Donald has fewer friends than Adrian.
Hamarosan el kell mennie.
She has to leave soon. She has to leave soon.
Ha megfordulsz, látni fogod a csillagokat az égen.
If you turn around, you will see the stars in the sky. If you turn around, you will see the stars in the sky.
Nem kellene a nappaliban dohányoznod.
You shouldn't smoke in the living room. You shouldn't smoke in the living room.
Nem hallok mindenkit.
I can't hear everybody. I can't hear everybody.
Gófri tejszínhabbal és csoki öntettel.
Waffle with whipped cream and chocolate sauce. Waffle with whipped cream and chocolate sauce.
Több koffeinre van szüksége, mert este 6-ig kell dolgoznia.
She needs more caffeine because she has to work until 6 p.m. She needs more caffeine because she has to work until 6 p.m.
Ki a vezető ebben a csoportban?
Who is the leader in this group? Who is the leader in this group?
Márkó elkezdte megjavítani a sütőt.
Marco started to repair the oven. Marco started to repair the oven.
A lányunk csendben olvas a szobájában.
Our daughter is reading silently in her room. Our daughter is reading silently in her room.
Kapott néhány szerelmes levelet, amikor fiatalabb volt.
She got some love letters when she was younger. She got some love letters when she was younger.
Túl sok juharszirupot tettem a gyümölcssalátára.
I put too much maple syrup on the fruit salad. I put too much maple syrup on the fruit salad.
Egy nap Francis és Renata meg fogják nyitni a saját éttermüket.
One day, Francis and Renata will open their own restaurant. One day, Francis and Renata will open their own restaurant.
Valami ég,
Is something burning? Is something burning?
holnap azt a cipőt veszed fel.
Are you going to wear those shoes tomorrow? Are you going to wear those shoes tomorrow?
Elég egy kicsit kevesebb sör.
A little less beer is enough. A little less beer is enough.
Nem kell egy másik munkát keresnie.
She doesn't have to look for another job. She doesn't have to look for another job.
Mindig elmondasz neki mindent.
Do you always tell him everything? Do you always tell him everything?
Csak egy kisebb problémám van.
I have just a smaller problem. I have just a smaller problem.
Amikor megérkeztem az ünnepségre.
When I arrived at the celebration. When I arrived at the celebration.
Néhány utas.
Some of the passengers. Some of the passengers.
Fel kellett menniük a lépcsőn.
They had to climb the stairs. They had to climb the stairs.
Hálás vagyok a segítségedért.
I am grateful for your help. I am grateful for your help.
A jövőben.
In the future. In the future.
A gyerekeinknek különböző helyekre kellene ellátogatniuk.
Our children should visit different places. Our children should visit different places.
Sajnálom, hogy lejtettem a kést.
I'm sorry that I dropped the knife. I'm sorry that I dropped the knife.
Fel tudom venni a labdákat a földről.
I can pick up the balls from the floor. I can pick up the balls from the floor.
Rajzolj egy kört és egy négyzetet.
Draw a circle and a square. Draw a circle and a square.
Fél liter szőlőlé.
Half a liter of grape juice. Half a liter of grape juice.
Még soha nem láttam vakondot.
I have never seen a mole. I have never seen a mole.
A macska már megitta a tejet.
The cat has already drunk the milk. The cat has already drunk the milk.
1 méter 100 centiméter.
1 meter is 100 centimeters. 1 meter is 100 centimeters.
Mindig vannak fekete rigók a kertünkben tavasszal.
There are always blackbirds in our garden in spring. There are always blackbirds in our garden in spring.
Két hete vettek egy fekete kis buszt.
They bought a black van 2 weeks ago. They bought a black van 2 weeks ago.
A gyalogosok most mennek át az úttesten.
The pedestrians are crossing the street now. The pedestrians are crossing the street now.
Jó kedvem van ma.
I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a good mood today.
Nekem mindegy.
It's all the same to me. It's all the same to me.
Látod a fényt a fák mögött?
Can you see the light behind the trees? Can you see the light behind the trees?
Elvinnél kérlek a gyógyszertárba.
Would you take me to the pharmacy, please? Would you take me to the pharmacy, please?
Mennyi padlizsánra van szükséged?
How many eggplants do you need? How many eggplants do you need?
Ne veszekedj a testvéreiddel.
Don't quarrel with your siblings. Don't quarrel with your siblings.
Mindig aggódik a gyerekeiért.
She always worries about her children. She always worries about her children.
Megyek Hollandiába egy hétre.
I'm going to the Netherlands for a week. I'm going to the Netherlands for a week.
Munka után pihenünk egy órát.
We relax for an hour after work. We relax for an hour after work.
A babysitter vigyáz a gyerekekre ezen a héten.
The babysitter is looking after the children this week. The babysitter is looking after the children this week.
Ez egy fárasztó, de nagyon sikeres nap volt.
It was a tiring but very successful day. It was a tiring but very successful day.
Diana szülei gyakran elengedik őt egyedül az edzőterembe.
Diana's parents often let her go to the gym alone. Diana's parents often let her go to the gym alone.
Mennyi szabadidőd van?
How much free time do you have? How much free time do you have?
Először fizetnünk kellene.
We should pay first. We should pay first.
A fiatal párok gyakran elmennek otthonról szórakozni hétvégenként.
Young couples often go out at the weekends. Young couples often go out at the weekends.
Megváltozott a mobiltelefon számod.
Has your cell phone number changed? Has your cell phone number changed?
Minden nap körülbelül 2 órát olvasok.
I read for about 2 hours every day. I read for about 2 hours every day.
Ez az erős tea ébren tart.
This strong tea keeps me awake. This strong tea keeps me awake.
A baba arca piros a hidegtől.
The baby's cheeks are red from the cold. The baby's cheeks are red from the cold.
Nézzünk egy vígjátékot.
Let's watch a comedy. Let's watch a comedy.
Stuart megígérte, hogy felhív.
Stuart promised to call me. Stuart promised to call me.
Minden bolt be van zárva az ünnepek alatt.
All shops are closed during the holidays. All shops are closed during the holidays.
A szilvapálinka népszerű Magyarországon.
Plum brandy is popular in Hungary. Plum brandy is popular in Hungary.
Melyik nap neked a legjobb?
Which day is the best for you? Which day is the best for you?
Majdnem készen vagyok a reggelivel.
I'm almost ready with the breakfast. I'm almost ready with the breakfast.
Ez a tészta elég lesz az egész családnak.
Will this pasta be enough for the whole family? Will this pasta be enough for the whole family?
Suzy nagyon szeretne felülni egy hullámvasútra.
Susie would love to ride a roller coaster. Susie would love to ride a roller coaster.
Kedd reggel találkozunk a parkban.
We are meeting in the park on Tuesday morning. We are meeting in the park on Tuesday morning.
Jen nem szokta kikapcsolni a telefonját a munkahelyén.
Jen doesn't turn off her phone at work. Jen doesn't turn off her phone at work.
A lányok általában szeretik a romantikus, gyertyafényes vacsorákat.
Girls usually love romantic candlelight dinners. Girls usually love romantic candlelight dinners.
Elhozhatjuk a párunkat a koncertre.
Can we bring our partners to the concert? Can we bring our partners to the concert?
Tényleg nem akartalak megbántani.
I really didn't want to hurt your feelings. I really didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Ma este telihold van.
There is a full moon tonight. There is a full moon tonight.
Megbízom a legjobb barátomban.
I trust my best friend. I trust my best friend.
Ez a mai kaland felejthetetlen volt.
This adventure today was unforgettable. This adventure today was unforgettable.
A diákok a színdarabra próbálnak.
The students are practicing for the play. The students are practicing for the play.
A színész nem emlékezett a szövegére.
The actor didn't remember his script. The actor didn't remember his script.
A kis svájci falvaknak különleges hangulatuk van.
Small Swiss villages have a special atmosphere. Small Swiss villages have a special atmosphere.
Nem tudom meggyújtani a tüzet egyetlen gyufával.
I can't set the fire with a single match. I can't set the fire with a single match.
Ez a legpuhább croissant, amit valaha ettem.
This is the softest croissant I have ever eaten. This is the softest croissant I have ever eaten.
A hópelyhek olyan varázslatosak.
Snowflakes are so magical. Snowflakes are so magical.
Nincs igaza Emilynek.
Emily is wrong. Emily is wrong.
Általában áprilisban rendelem meg a virágmagokat.
I usually order the flower seeds in April. I usually order the flower seeds in April.
Vidéken a levegő általában tisztább.
The air is usually cleaner in the countryside. The air is usually cleaner in the countryside.
Az oroszországi telek nagyon kemények.
Winters in Russia are very tough. Winters in Russia are very tough.
A szüleimtől kaptam a biciklimet.
I got my bike from my parents. I got my bike from my parents.
Hol tartod a jogosítványodat?
Where do you keep your driving license? Where do you keep your driving license?
A motor nagyszerű állapotban van.
The motorbike is in great condition. The motorbike is in great condition.
Minden jól ment az állatorvosnál.
Everything went well at the vet. Everything went well at the vet.
Ez nem egy gyenge minőségű bőrkabát.
It isn't a low-quality leather jacket. It isn't a low-quality leather jacket.
Különböző árukat tudsz venni egy nagy áruházban.
You can buy different goods in a big department store. You can buy different goods in a big department store.
Hosszú utazások alatt a lábam néha elzsibbad.
My legs sometimes go numb during long travels. My legs sometimes go numb during long travels.
Ki itt a tulajdonos?
Who is the owner here? Who is the owner here?
Néha hallgatod a rádiót?
Do you sometimes listen to the radio? Do you sometimes listen to the radio?
A világról szóló hírek sok hasznos információt adnak nekünk.
World news give us lots of useful information. World news give us lots of useful information.
Gyakran beállítom az időt, amikor kenyeret sütök.
I often set the timer when I bake some bread. I often set the timer when I bake some bread.
Van néhány fontos részlet ezen az oldalon.
There are some important details on this page. There are some important details on this page.
A boldogság nem függ a pénztől.
Happiness doesn't depend on money. Happiness doesn't depend on money.
Az a cikk a boldog házasságokról szól.
That article is about happy marriages. That article is about happy marriages.
Ez nem egy könnyű helyzet.
It's not an easy situation. It's not an easy situation.
Mit gondolsz arról az új félelmetes filmről?
What do you think of that new scary movie? What do you think of that new scary movie?
Sam naponta többször használja a számítógépét.
Sam uses his computer many times a day. Sam uses his computer many times a day.
Ez ma a 102. e-mailem.
This is my 102nd email today. This is my 102nd email today.
Ma este randizni megyünk.
We are going on a date this evening. We are going on a date this evening.
Manapság nagyon kevés időm van.
I have very little time these days. I have very little time these days.
Most egy sós rákcsálnivalót kívánok.
I wish for a salty snack now. I wish for a salty snack now.
Kevesebb energiájuk van a hét végén.
They have less energy at the end of the week. They have less energy at the end of the week.
Kinek a sája van az autóban?
Whose scarf is in the car? Whose scarf is in the car?
Nehéz időkön ment keresztül.
He went through difficult times. He went through difficult times.
Mi lenne, ha rendelnénk egy pizzát?
What about ordering a pizza? What about ordering a pizza?
Az oroszlán visszasétált a ketrecébe.
The lion walked back to its cage. The lion walked back to its cage.
Karen meghívott minket hozzájuk.
Karen invited us to their house. Karen invited us to their house.
Nem volt fegyver a házban.
There wasn't a gun in the house. There wasn't a gun in the house.
Küldtél neki születésnapi képeslapot?
Did you send him a birthday card? Did you send him a birthday card?
Ha jól viselkedsz, veszek neked egy babát.
If you behave well, I will buy you a doll. If you behave well, I will buy you a doll.
Mennyi ideig szállnak meg Párizsban?
How long are they staying in Paris? How long are they staying in Paris?
Leila nagyszülei 1921-ben építették a házukat.
Layla's grandparents built their house in 1921. Layla's grandparents built their house in 1921.
Egy érdekes történetet meséltek el nekünk.
They told us an interesting story. They told us an interesting story.
Hallottam, hogy a dánok szeretnek gyertyát gyújtani a sötétben.
I heard that Danish people like lighting candles in the dark. I heard that Danish people like lighting candles in the dark.
Ha állok, nem érzem a fájdalmat.
When I stand, I can't feel the pain. When I stand, I can't feel the pain.
Kit láttál a kampuszon?
Whom did you see on the campus? Whom did you see on the campus?
Nem felejtettem el leírni a PIN kódot.
I didn't forget to write down the PIN code. I didn't forget to write down the PIN code.
Megtaláltad már a nyakörvet?
Have you found the dog collar yet? Have you found the dog collar yet?
Talán jövőre elutazom Indiába.
Maybe I will travel to India next year. Maybe I will travel to India next year.
Mennyibe kerülnek ezek a jegyek?
How much are these tickets? How much are these tickets?
Hétköznapokon nem jogázik.
She doesn't do yoga on weekdays. She doesn't do yoga on weekdays.
Láttam Sheldont, amikor elhaladtam a rendőrség mellett.
I saw Sheldon when I was passing the police station. I saw Sheldon when I was passing the police station.
A kínai nagyfal közel van hozzánk.
The Great Wall of China is close to us. The Great Wall of China is close to us.
Az új csoki ízű fogkrémemnek szokatlan íze van.
My new chocolate-flavored toothpaste has an unusual taste. My new chocolate-flavored toothpaste has an unusual taste.
Furcsa a könyv címe.
The title of the book is strange. The title of the book is strange.
Holnap után nem lesz otthon.
She won't be at home the day after tomorrow. She won't be at home the day after tomorrow.
Felhívlak, mielőtt megérkezem.
I will call you before I arrive. I will call you before I arrive.
Tavaly decemberben béreltünk egy kis vidéki házat.
Last December, we rented a small cottage. Last December, we rented a small cottage.
Hetente 2-szer vannak esti tanfolyamok.
There are evening courses twice a week. There are evening courses twice a week.
Reméljük, fog nekünk írni egy üzenetet.
We hope she will write us a message. We hope she will write us a message.
Most nagyon kellemes az idő.
The weather is very pleasant now. The weather is very pleasant now.
Hol találom a legközelebbi bankautomatát?
Where can I find the nearest ATM? Where can I find the nearest ATM?
Nem minden város zsúfolt és zajos.
Not all cities are crowded and noisy. Not all cities are crowded and noisy.
Dönthetek később az árral kapcsolatban.
Can I decide about the price later? Can I decide about the price later?
Egy órán belül megérkezik a csomag.
The parcel will be here in an hour. The parcel will be here in an hour.
Az alkoholivásnak van néhány veszélye.
Drinking alcohol has some dangers. Drinking alcohol has some dangers.
Minden rendben van.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
A forgalom egy kicsit lassú.
The traffic is a bit slow. The traffic is a bit slow.
Stephanie az utolsó pillanatban visszafordult.
Stephanie turned back in the last minute. Stephanie turned back in the last minute.
Sokat játszottam gyermekkoromban.
I played a lot in my childhood. I played a lot in my childhood.
A futástól kitisztul a fejem.
Running clears my head. Running clears my head.
Amikor a hegyekben vagyok.
When I am in the mountains. When I am in the mountains.
A német nyelvtanuló magazin fantasztikus.
The German language learning magazine is fantastic. The German language learning magazine is fantastic.
Ezek a tojások elegendőek lesznek egy hétre.
These eggs will be enough for a week. These eggs will be enough for a week.
Minden kultúra különböző.
Every culture is different. Every culture is different.
Egészségtelen egész nap bent maradni.
It's unhealthy to stay inside all day. It's unhealthy to stay inside all day.
Milyen volt a nyári munkád?
What was your summer job like? What was your summer job like?
A felső oktatás nem ingyenes mindenhol.
Higher education is not free everywhere. Higher education is not free everywhere.
Az a hotel modern?
Is that hotel modern? Is that hotel modern?
Hetente viszi az autóját autómosóba.
She takes her car to the car wash weekly. She takes her car to the car wash weekly.
A városunknak nincsenek nagy parkolói.
Our town doesn't have big parking lots. Our town doesn't have big parking lots.